All right, boys and girls. So here's your guided practice for this lesson. We're still comparing numbers using the less than, greater than, or equal to sign. We're going to take a look at a certain example where we're using a number line in order to use numbers and put them in order. So if you have a number line that's provided for you, that is wonderful. It is very difficult to draw a number line yourself if your numbers that you're comparing are very far apart, unless you're counting by tens or hundreds. So it is a good way to compare numbers, and I'm going to show you a way to do that for each example, and then you can choose which way you'd prefer. Do you like the number line, or do you like to line them up by place value to compare? So number one, we're taking a look at our number line here, and it says we're going to write the less than, greater than, or equal to symbol in order to compare these numbers. So I can see that I'm putting 15,327 on the number line to start with. So if I have 15,327, let's look at the numbers they're giving us. It looks like they're counting by tens in the example provided. So we'd have 300, 310, 320, 330 would be too much. So we know it's going to be in between. There would be 325, 26, 27. So I'm going to go ahead and put my point right here where 15,327 is going to go. And then I'm going to plug the next number in, 15,341. So I have 300, 10, 20, 30, 40. 41 would come right after that tick mark. So here is 15,341. So I can easily see on this number line, since it's already in order from least to greatest for me, that if I'm going to compare these numbers, this number here would be the smaller number. And as I'm counting, the numbers are getting larger, so this would be our larger number. So remember, we talked about those signs in their lesson video. We want to make sure that that mouth is open towards the larger number. So if this is the largest number, we want to make sure we're opening that mouth up as we're drawing it to the largest number given, okay? All right, so when we read this number sentence now with the correct symbol in between it, we're going to say 15,327. Remember, it makes that L, it opens up the same way an L does, is less than 15,341. All right, let's take a look at number two. We're going to look at another strategy in order to compare. So you can use a number line in order to help you compare, especially if they give you a number line and they ask you to put the numbers on the number line. So we'll practice a little more with that as we're going throughout this week as well. So the next one we have, I'm going to go ahead and use my place value strategy from the example that we just did in the previous page, where I'm lining up those place values according to their value. Okay, so I'm just going to quickly draw myself a little chart: ones, tens, hundreds, thousands, 10,000s, 100,000s place. And I'm going to plug these numbers in. I'm going to make sure my ones, and start copying my number over into my place value chart I've sketched. So I have 631,328, and I'm comparing that to 640,009. Okay? So let's go ahead and take a look at these two numbers. Remember, our strategy is if they have the same value in the largest place value, we're going to start here on the left-hand side comparing. Same, we're going to mark them out. And once we move to the next place value, if we find something that's different, we're going to circle those and decide which one is larger, the 3 10,000s or the 4 10,000s. So we know 4 is larger. So we're going to make sure that the number with the 4 in the 10,000s place, the mouth is open towards, so we can recognize that that number is larger. So we're going to open that up, and then think about what sign is that. It opens and it looks very similar to an L. So when we read this statement, this is 631,328 is less than 640,009. All right, let's take a look at number three. So on your paper, make sure you're doing these examples along with me. Draw yourself your little quick place value chart. And I'm not going to redraw my chart. I'm just going to keep all of these numbers separated. I'm going to draw a line, and then I'm going to continue to compare numbers underneath it, since I already have a place value set up for each one. So I'm going to start plugging my numbers in. So I have 56,991 and 52,800.